This is the next big thing in AI, and it's not the next big thing, it's actually happening now. So and the way an agent works is that, you know, the way that you normally use AI, whether you're using ChatGPT or Copilot, you type something in, it gives you a response, and then you can do something with that. It either gives you enough of a response that you can go and act on it, or you want to refine it and you keep working. So it's like you going back and forth with the AI. An agent, it has a little bit more autonomy. So think of it like a travel agent, okay? And that's a good way to think about it as a metaphor. Okay, so the basics. So I've just come back from a beautiful 3-week holiday in Europe. Nikki and I went to Edinburgh, south of Spain, and Tuscany. You don't need to know the details. I'm just sharing that because I had a great time there. And we use a travel agent for booking the international flights. So Perth to London to Edinburgh, and then the way back, Rome to Perth. We use a travel agent for that. We figured for the big flights, we'd like to have a travel agent looking after us, because I was also we made sure that we traveled through Singapore and not through the Middle East. But also I was aware that there were fuel shortages and talks of possible delayed flights or cancelled flights. So we want a travel agent to look at that for us. So we went to somebody that Nikki knows, Linda, and she came back with a set of possibilities. We eliminated some, and we said, oh, we'd like to travel through Singapore. We don't need to go direct, but we don't mind having a layover there. And so she came back, and then we said, okay, great, we like this option, book it. That's the way we used to use travel agents before online travel bookings. So you go to a travel agent, and they do the research for it. They go away and do the research, and they come back with some options. So you can build an AI agent that does exactly the same thing. Okay, so instead of you saying, asking a question, you say, here's what I want to do. Can you go and do some research for me and then come back with some options? Okay, so that's the simplest version of an AI agent. And in fact, you could do that with any of the tools now. And in fact, they call it deep research. So you say, go away and do some more than just give me an instant answer. Go away and do some research for me. That's a really powerful way of using agents. The next level, and this is where people are talking about, this is where AI is going to go, but it's also an area where people get into trouble, is you say to the agent, you say, Linda, we want to go to Europe. These are the dates we want to go on. Can you find us some flights? And here's a credit card. Can you book them for us? Okay, so we don't get involved. We give us some guidelines, and when we want to go, we say we'd like to travel on Qantas because we can get points. We want to avoid the Middle East. We don't mind a one world airline, so we'll fly Cathay Pacific because we'll still get the points, etc., etc. Go away and do all the research and do the booking, and then just send us the tickets. Okay, so good, right? It saves us some time. We don't have to go back and forth. We don't have to chat between ourselves and then get back to Linda. We don't have to go back and forth with the emails. But you can see there's some problems with that, potential problems with that. The next level, even on top of that, is, let's say you do a lot of business travel and you've got a business travel agent. You say, Linda, here's my calendar for the next 12 months. Here's my credit card. Can you book all our travel for the next 12 months. So now Linda not only knows about this one trip that we're doing, but she's got access to my whole calendar. She sees where I'm going to be, and she'll book flights, and she'll do all of that. And it doesn't even have to be all done immediately. She knows, like, she keeps an eye for when there's special fares or special offers or double status credits or whatever. And then when she sees that, she'll book some travel. She'll book accommodation, she'll book transfers, she'll do all of that. Okay, so again, really powerful. It'll be really efficient, but as you can see, there are some potential problems. So I love this little poster that I saw somewhere that said coffee is where you can do stupid things faster with more energy. And I think if you give agents full agency, AI agents, it means that you're taking a big risk, right? And it can be very, very efficient, but it can also be taking a big risk, especially when AI is involved. So Linda is good, like she might know everything that we're doing. So she will say, oh, thinking of doing this, but let me check in with you first before doing that. So if you're using agents, decide what level of autonomy you want to give to your agents. Now in Copilot, you can set up agents. And I reckon you should go with the first level, like the deep research for you, and then giving you some results, and then you apply your human intelligence on top of it. And then over time, you might decide to make it more and more autonomous.